Hey guys, it's Marissa here. So I just finished a video over liners and concealers, and now I am going to be doing a makeup tutorial for you guys. We're gonna go for a gold smoky eye. I've been really in the mood lately to be doing this, so let's see how it turns out. First, I'm just moisturizing my face with Garnier Moisture Rescue Gel Cream. Next, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes and my face with Urban Decay Priming Potion and Benefit Professional. Some of my favorite primers out there. Really excited about this look. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in so you guys can get a little bit closer of a view of my eyes. So we're going to be using multiple products today. I will list them as we go, and I apologize that we're using a lot of products. I just really want this look to be very glamorous and night out on the town type of feel. So if you're with me, go ahead and stay tuned. First, I'm going to take my neutral palette by MAC that I have put together, and I'm going to grab a flat eyeshadow brush. This is Sonia Kashuk 28, and I'm just going to take this into Brulee, this matte vanilla color right in here. This is just going to work as our base shadow, and I'm just going to be packing this on or patting, whichever you prefer, just so we get a nice clean slate to work with. Alright guys, so now that we have a nice clean slate to work with, and you might see some speckles of glitter in random places because I did my nails the other day and they have glitter on them. So there's like glitter everywhere. When you use glitter, at least for me, it gets everywhere. So maybe I'm just messy. So now that y'all can see me very clearly, y'all can see this glitter. That's driving me crazy. And then there's one here. Anyways, just deal with it. Sorry guys. It's bothering me probably more than it's bothering you. Anyways, so now that we got our brulee on, pull out my Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. And in this palette, we're going to be using Half Baked, which is this really beautiful golden color. Y'all can see, really nice. And then we're also going to be using Blackout, which is this nice matte black. And we may be also using a few other colors. We'll see. I'll name them as we go. One color I'm definitely going to be using is Max Temptation, which is kind of a deeper gold right here. So yeah, I'll name them and list them as we go, so no worries. First thing I do want to start out with is I'm going to go ahead and line my waterline. This is Eye Bright by Benefit. It's just the eye brightener. I'm just going to line my waterline because I do want my eyes to stay bright and kind of open. And then also in this corner, I'm going to take a NYX Jumbo pencil, and this is in Cashmere, which is just a really nice golden pencil. Really nice. This is going to be nice for this look. And I'm just going to pop it into these corners. And then just kind of smudge that out or pat it so it's not as intense. Immediately brightens our eyes. Okay, so now that the pencils are out of the way, we can move on to the shadow. Alright guys, so I'm going to be taking in this flat Eco Tools brush that I just spot cleaned and Half Baked this nice gold color in the Naked 2 palette. So I'm going to be taking that in here, and we're going to just take it into the eye right here and just pack it onto the lid. So we have a nice super pigmented lid. Do the same to this side. and I'm just getting it on the lid, the actual lid. So if you look at this eye, it stops right at that crease. Just packing it and bringing just a light touch towards the middle. I don't want it too heavy there because I am going to bring in a little bit lighter of a color. Okay, so now that we got that on, we got super gold eyes. Now this would be really cool if you just left it as is, put some liner on, and through that mascara, it would be a really, really super cute look, and very chic and modern. However, I really want to bump this up a notch and add some black. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so I'm going to just take a MAC 217, and I'm going to be taking this into Blackout. And to sub for this, you can also use MAC's Carbon. They're both black matte shadows, so whichever you really prefer. Just going to take this onto my 217 and be very cautious and place this very slowly. So I'm going to be taking this and just taking this on the outside of where the gold is. Completely on the outside. So like that. And then just brushing it upwards. Blending just a tad. And then I'm going to take in a Beach Cosmetics blending brush and just blend. This is empty, so just going to blend it out really, really nicely. And then we'll just go in and add a little bit more, because I want it to be black. I don't want it to be green or anything else. I want it to stay black. And I want that harsh line in between as well. But this part I'm going to blend. Then I'm taking the naked side, or the empty clean side of the brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and start blending this top part. Now I'm going to bring in a smaller detailed brush so that way I can go ahead and place the pigment, the carbon, even closer to that gold half-baked. Carbon, Blackout, I'm using both, so whichever you have. Just going to go in here, get it right onto the crease. So that it's darker and richer and more defined. And we'll just go ahead and blend. Okay, and then I'm just going to pack on more of the gold shadow, the half-baked, and just define that even more. So I'm just pulling the gold up. so it kind of wings out. And then we're going to smudge that out as well. Take some Omega by MAC and bring it into here so this is all blended. Omega is a nice ashy color, so it's not going to turn the black into brown. Then I'm going to bring in a lighter color with a fluffy headed brush. This is just a drugstore brush. And I'm going to bring in Brulee and Foxy. And just start bringing them in to the top. So that way we have the separation. And that way it's blended still. A little bit of a highlight. So I'm going to take a flat brush and take it into Shroom by MAC and highlight. Alright, so now for liner. I'm going to go ahead and get out my NYX liquid liner in black. And start lining the eye. Sorry guys, I may be blocking the view. Alright, so there's the liner, and now I'll just try and do the same to this side. So with the liner you can see how it looks a little bit more normal. Just going to even this out a bit. Still a very dramatic look, that's for sure, and it's definitely a night look. So then I'm going to go ahead and get one of my brushes wet and dip it into Half Baked, and so I can pick up some more of that gold and really go along that line very finely. And bring it down into that middle area. Down into that corner. And pat some of the leftover gold into the corners. The inner corner. Okay guys, so I'm going to go ahead and start going in with my concealer, and today I'm just using the Revlon 24 Color Hour Stay Whip Foundation, a small foundation brush by Real Techniques. Just being careful not to cover up any of the work that we did. going to blend out the outer parts with the Beauty Blender. So now that the blemishes are covered, I'm going to go in right under here to just kind of bring out the contour a little bit better and set in what we just put down with MAC Studio Carabon Pressed Powder, and my color is light. Just going to push this into the skin, just push the product, that way the area stays really nice and light. And I love the finish of it, it's really beautiful. Just going to define that a little bit more. Nice. And now let's get some blush, because we're looking incredibly pale. I'm going to use NARS Oasis. This is part of the Laguna Oasis duo. And I'm just going to use a Real Techniques blush brush. Just going to go ahead and pop that in. It's a fairly neutral color. I really like this blush for whenever I have a strong eye because it doesn't take away from it. But it still gives you a flush of color. And the contour is strong enough, so I'm not going to define that anymore. I think that would be way too much. Of course, if you feel that's necessary, go for it. I'm going to push on some highlight. This is by Hourglass, the Ambient Lining, and it's the Luminous Light. And it's a really, really beautiful product. Push some of this on so we get a nice glow going. You can always do another highlight, but I feel this one is beautiful. I love the finish. I love the way it looks. And it's just really, really beautiful. Okay, now that that's done, we can move on to lips. I need to organize these. All my MAC lipsticks are crazy. So anyways, I'm going to be using Pure Zen, which is kind of a nudie peachy color. I really love this color. It's got a good creamy, I love the formula. Cream Sheen is my favorite formula by MAC. So looks like that. And to top it off, I'm going to use Art of Seduction, which is part of the holiday collection for this year. Of course, you could go more nude on this, but I think this combination is really, really nice. Now for some mascara to finish the look. I'm going to be using Lash Accelerator by Rimmel and Colossal Volume Express. And go ahead and pop these on. Making sure I didn't get too much liner on my lashes, because every now and then I'll get them on there and I'll clump up like crazy. So it's the only thing about liquid liner that I don't like. And there we go. So that's the completed look. At the top I did get a little bit of mascara, so I'm going to go ahead and try to blend that into everything else. Alright guys, so this is the completed look. And I'll go ahead and zoom in so y'all can see a little bit closer. You can see some of the mascara, but I think overall it's a really pretty look. And I'll zoom out so y'all can see the skin. Oops. I think the skin looks really, really nice and healthy. Guys, I'll see y'all next time. Bye!